Hello friends, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I will tell you how to balance a chemical reaction by oxidation number method. There are few rules for this method. I will tell you about these rules and also few examples. In my previous video, I have already discussed how to calculate the oxidation number. If you do not go through it, just go and check it. Then you can also easily solve the oxidation number problems. Now come to today's video. At first, we have to know few points like what is oxidation, what is reduction, what is the oxidant, what is reductant, what is oxidized and reduced substance. These are okay. Now at first, what is oxidant? Oxidation is the increase of oxidation number in a chemical reaction. When you find an increase in oxidation number, then it is oxidation. And in a chemical reaction, when you find a decrease in oxidation number, then it is reduction. And the substance which oxidizes other substance and itself get reduced, it is known as oxidant. Okay, it is oxidant, oxidizes other substances. And the substance which reduces other substance, then it is reductant itself get oxidized. So reductant reduces other substances and itself get oxidized. Now what is oxidized and reduced substance? In a chemical reaction, the product found due to oxidation is known as oxidized substance, and the product found due to reduction is known as reduced substance. Okay, just read these points and then it will be clear to you. Now come to the rules of balancing by oxidation number method. At first, we have to calculate the change in the oxidation number of the main atoms. Okay, you have to calculate the change in oxidation number of the main atoms. Main atoms includes the oxidant, reductant, oxidized substance and reduced substance. And just keep in mind the oxidation number of hydrogen and oxygen atom remain unchanged during the reaction, and the oxidation number of any free element, they must change after the reaction. Okay, after that we have to identify the oxidant, reductant and the oxidation reduction reaction. Next, we have to find the increase and decrease in the oxidation number of the main atoms, and then just make a ratio of the main atoms and just reversely write the increase and decrease of oxidation number according to those main atoms. Then we have to find the salt produced. Oh, previously we have to find, after before that we have to find the ratio of the reactants, and which can be found according to the ratio found of the main atoms. Just keep the ratio same and find the ratio of the reactants and check the salt produced, then balance the rest of the reaction by trial and error method. Just to go through few examples and the rules will be clear to you. The first example is copper plus nitric acid, copper nitrate plus NO plus H2O. At first we have to find the change in oxidation number. Now find the change in oxidation number. It is copper, a free element. Oxidation number is 0. It is nitric acid. So oxidation number of nitrogen is plus 5. We have discussed it in the previous class. This is copper nitrate. Oxidation number of copper is here plus 2 because nitrate is minus 1 charge 2 nitrate means minus 2. So copper must be plus 2 for a neutral compound. NO is also plus 2 on nitrogen because oxygen is minus 2. Now we have to calculate or find the oxidation and reduction process. It is clear that copper is from 0 to plus 2, so it is a oxidation process. And here nitrogen from plus 5 to plus 2, that is decrease in oxidation number, so this is a reduction process. In the third rule, we have to find the increase and decrease in the oxidation number of the main atoms, which are copper and nitrogen. Okay, copper and nitrogen are the main atoms here because oxidation number of hydrogen and oxygen remains unchanged. So, increase in oxidation number of copper is equals to from 0 to plus 2, so it is 2 units, and decrease in oxidation number of nitrogen, it is equals to from plus 5 to plus 2, that is 3 units. So we can write the ratio of the main atoms, which are copper and nitrogen. This is equals to inverse of increase, that is 3 is to 2. And from there we can also find the ratio of the reactants, which is copper is to nitric acid. This is also equals to 3 is to 2 because here we have one copper and one nitrogen also. Now try to balance the reaction. uh, we have 3 copper, so 3 copper plus 2 HNO3, so 2 HNO3, then 3 copper should give 3 nitric copper nitrates, so we should have 3 CuNO3 whole 2, then 2 nitrogen should give 2 NO plus H2O. Now we H2O, okay. Then just check that in copper nitrate we have 6 extra nitrogen atoms. 2 into 2 into 3, 6 extra nitrogen atoms. These will also come from nitric acid. So we need extra 6 nitric acid. We need extra 6 HNO3. So the balanced reaction will be 3 copper plus 2 plus 6, that is 8 HNO3, which will give 3 copper NO3 whole 2 plus 2 NO, and then check the oxygen atoms. Here we have 3 into 8, 24 oxygen atoms, and here we have in the right hand side we have 3 into 6, 3 into 6, that means 18 plus 2, 20. So we need more 4 oxygen atoms. So the number of water molecules should be 4 for the 4 oxygen atoms to balance the left and right hand side. This is the balanced chemical reaction for this given reaction. Okay. Now come to a second example. This is K2Cl2O7 plus 8Cl, which gives KCl and CrClO3 plus H2O. Now at first calculate the change in the oxidation number. Change in oxidation number of chromium in K2Cr2O7 is plus 6. Because we have discussed the problems on oxidation number in the previous video, just see it how to calculate the oxidation number. In HCl, the oxidation number of chloride is -1. In KCl, it is also -1, so there is no change. We need not to calculate it. And in CrClO3, the change in oxidation number in chromium is +3, and in there should be also a Cl2. I have missed it. In Cl2, there is a change of oxidation number from 6 to 0. Sorry, from -1 to 0, because chlorine is a free element. Okay, so we have found that from chromium has changed from +6 to +3. So there is a decrease in oxidation number. So it is a reduction process. And Cl minus, from -1 to 0, chlorine has increased its oxidation number. So it is oxidation. Okay. Now we have to find the increase in oxidation number of chlorine, which is equals to 1 unit, and decrease in the oxidation number of chromium. This is 3 units. Okay, then from these just calculate the ratio of chromium is to chlorine. Just increase in oxidation number of fluorine is +1, so we have to write 1 first, and then decrease in chromium is 3 unit, so we have to write these here because we have to reverse the change. Okay, then from this calculate the change in the ratio of reactants, which is K2Cr2O7 is to HCl. This comes out to be half is to 3, because we have 2 chromium here and we need to keep the main ratio constant. This is the main ratio, this should be constant. So for 2 chromium we need half the ratio, and for 1 Cl it remains same, that is 3. Now it can be written as 1 is to 6, just multiply 3 by 2. Okay, this is the ratio of the reactants. Then the balanced reaction, try to write the balanced reaction. So 1 chromium and 3 HCl. Okay, so K2Cr2O7 plus 6 HCl. This gives 6 HCl. Okay, so these will give KCl. There is no change in the oxidation number, so we need not to write it first. It should be checked later, but it should be 2 because we have 2 K2. Okay, 2 K2, I mean K2Cr2O7 contains 2K. That means we should get 2 KCl for this 2K. And then we have CrCl3, 2Cr, that means we should get 2CrCl3, and then Cl2 plus H2O. Now find that what is the total number of chlorine here. It is 3 into 6 plus 2, 8 plus 2, 10. Okay, And again, just see that what is the oxygen number of oxygen here? Number of oxygen is 7. So in the right hand side, we should have 7 oxygens. For 7 oxygen, we need 7 water. For 7 water, we get 14 hydrogen. Okay, 2 into 7, 14 hydrogen. So in the left hand side, we need 14 hydrogens, but we have only 6 hydrogen. That means we need extra 8 hydrogen. We need extra 8 hydrogen. Extra 8 hydrogen atom. So that means, and this hydrogen comes from HCl, that means we need extra 8 HCl atom, which comes out to be K2Cr2O7 plus 14 HCl. 6 plus 8 means 14 HCl, which gives 2 KCl for 2K, 2 CrCl3 for 2 chromium, and 7 H2O for 7 oxygen. And then what should be the number of chlorine atoms? It will be calculated. We have here 3 into 2, 6 chlorine, plus 2, 8 chlorine. Okay, and the remaining number of chlorine is 14 minus 8, that means 6 chlorine. So we need more 6 chlorines, that means which comes out from Cl2. Cl2, that means we need 3 Cl2, that means 6 chlorine. Okay, now the left hand side and the right hand side is balanced. This is the balanced reaction for the given chemical reaction. This is enough for today. Just go through this method and try to solve more problems. Otherwise, it will not work. In my next video, I will tell about the ion electron method to solve the problems or to solve the chemical reaction, to balance the chemical reaction. If you like my video, then just like, share, comment, and just go through it. It may help for your study. Thank you.